Most traders will spend their entire careers chasing level 7 and never get past level 3. Not because they're not smart enough, not because they don't have the right strategy, because at level 3, something happens to almost everyone that they don't recognize as a fork in the road. They think they're still climbing, they've already fallen. By the end of the next 14 minutes, you'll know exactly which of the 7 levels you're standing on right now, and the one invisible trap waiting at that level that's been silently capping your account for months, maybe years. This isn't motivation, this is an autopsy. We are going to walk through the entire arc of a millionaire day trader's career, from the $500 dorm room account to the Manhattan penthouse and the cost of every single level. Most of you will recognize yourselves in level 3. Some of you are stuck in level 4 and don't know why. Almost none of you have reached level 6, and by the time you see what level 7 actually looks like, you may not want to. If you've ever wondered what your trading career would look like if everything broke right and what it would cost you in exchange, this is the next 14 minutes of your life. Before we begin, a warning. The levels you're about to see are not strictly linear. Some traders skip level 2 entirely. Some get stuck at level 4 for a decade. A rare few, fewer than 1 in 10,000, reach level 7 before age 30. But every millionaire day trader has passed through every one of these levels in some form. There are no shortcuts. Also, this is not financial advice. This is a story. The numbers are real, the psychology is real, but your journey will be your own. What I'm about to show you is the pattern, and the pattern matters more than any individual trader's outcome. One more thing, as you watch, pay attention to which level makes you the most uncomfortable. That's usually the level you're currently resisting. The level you most want to skip is usually the level you most need to sit in. Let's start at the beginning. Level 1, the dorm room. You're 19. You have $500 in a brokerage account, money you saved from a summer job, or more likely, money you shouldn't have risked. Your setup is a 4-year-old laptop balanced on a stack of textbooks. Your charting software is the free version of TradingView. Your education is a playlist of YouTube videos from traders who've never shown their P&L. You make your first trade. It's a small position, $50 on some random tech stock. The stock goes up 2%. You make $1. You feel like a genius. You make your second trade. You lose $3. You feel like a failure. You make your third trade. You make $8. You feel like a god. This is level 1. The emotions are extreme. The position sizes are tiny. The wins feel historic. The losses feel fatal. You check your phone 40 times during class. You refresh your P&L between bites of cafeteria pizza. You tell exactly 0 people what you're doing because you're afraid they'll either laugh at you or ask to borrow money. Most traders quit here. The emotional volatility is too much. The wins aren't big enough to justify the obsession. But the ones who stay, they start to notice patterns. They start to develop, God forbid, an opinion about the market. And that opinion is what carries them to level 2. Level 2 hits when you've been trading for 6 to 18 months. You've lost money overall, but you've also had enough wins to convince yourself that you're quote-unquote close. So you do what every level 2 trader does. You go down the strategy rabbit hole. You buy a course, then another course, then a Discord subscription, then a Telegram signal group. You try scalping, you try swing trading, you try options, you try futures, you try Forex, you try crypto. You learn 14 different chart patterns and 9 different indicators and 3 different quote-unquote proprietary systems, none of which you actually understand. Your account is now $2,000. You added more money because you, quote, needed more capital to test properly. Your win rate is 52%. Your profit factor is 0.97. You're losing money slowly, which feels better than losing it fast, but is mathematically worse. This is the level where most traders spend the next 5 years of their lives, bouncing from strategy to strategy, looking for the one that quote-unquote clicks. The truth, which they can't see yet, is that no strategy clicks until they stop looking for strategies and start looking at themselves. The traders who escape level 2 do so by accident. They burn out. They quit for 3 months. They come back. And when they come back, they trade differently, quieter, simpler. That's level 3. Level 3 is the level that proves trading is real. You've had your first profitable year. Not a profitable month, those are easy. Not a profitable quarter, those can be luck. A profitable year. 12 consecutive months where your account grew. Slowly, painfully, with drawdowns that nearly broke you. But it grew. At this level, your account is somewhere between $10,000 and $50,000. You found one strategy, just one, that you actually understand. You don't trade it perfectly, but you trade it consistently. You take the losses. You let the winners run. You keep a journal. You review it every Sunday. You've stopped watching other traders. This is the level where you start to feel dangerous. You start to think about quitting your job. You start calculating, if I can make 5% a month, that's $2,500 a month on a $50,000 account. That's rent. That's freedom. And this is where the trap of level 3 hides. Because the moment you start calculating your freedom is the moment you start pressing. You increase position size. You take, quote, just one more trade because you, quote, want to hit the monthly target. And in one bad week, you give back 4 months of gains. The traders who survive level 3 are the ones who treat their first profitable year not as proof of freedom, but as proof of process. The process works. Don't break the process.
Level 4 is where it gets serious. Your account has crossed $100,000. You're now making real money, maybe $5,000 to $15,000 a month in consistent profits. You've quit your job or you're about to. Your friends know you trade. Some of them have asked you to teach them. Your family has stopped asking when you're going to get a real job. But level 4 has its own torture. The money is real, which means the losses are real. A 3% drawdown on a $100 account is $3,000. That's a mortgage payment. A 5% drawdown is $5,000. That's a vacation. The numbers that used to be abstractions are now your actual life. This is the level where discipline becomes a survival skill, not a personality trait. You can no longer feel your way through trades. You need rules, written rules. Rules you follow even when every cell in your body is screaming at you to break them. The traders who reach level 4 and stay there all have one thing in common. They've accepted that the market is not a casino, it's a business. And in a business, you don't get to throw a fit when the numbers are bad. You just keep operating the system. Level 5 is the hardest jump in this entire video. Going from $100,000 to $1 million is not 10 times harder than going from $10,000 to $100,000. It's 100 times harder. Because at $1 million, you're no longer trading against other retail traders. You're trading against algorithms, institutions, and other professionals who do this for a living. The trader at level 5 has a $1 million plus account. They trade fewer times per week than they did at level 2. Their position sizes are 50 times what they used to be, but their emotional response is 1/10 of what it used to be. A $30,000 day doesn't make them celebrate. A $30,000 day doesn't make them panic. It's just Tuesday. To get here, they had to do something almost no one is willing to do. They had to reduce their risk per trade as their account grew. Most traders do the opposite. They increase risk as they get confident, which is exactly when the market teaches them a lesson. The level 5 trader has trained themselves to feel more cautious as their account grows, not less. That's the entire game. At this level, the trader has typically also diversified. They're not just day trading anymore. They have a swing account, a long-term portfolio, maybe some allocated to a quant strategy. They've realized that day trading alone is too volatile to be the only engine of a 7-figure net worth. Level 6 is the level most people imagine when they think of a millionaire day trader. The Manhattan apartment, the Porsche in the garage, the view of the city from 60 floors up, the watch that costs more than a Honda Civic, the Instagram that subtly suggests you've made it without ever saying so directly. And here's the truth no one tells you about level 6. It's the level where most traders quietly start to lose. Because the moment your lifestyle becomes dependent on your trading income, the moment you need to make $40,000 this month to cover the apartment, the car payment, the private school, the alimony, the country club, you've changed the game. You're no longer trading with an edge. You're trading with a mortgage, and the market can smell the desperation. The level 6 traders who survive are the ones who live like they're still at level 3. Same apartment, same car, same daily routine. They bank 80% of their profits into long-term investments that have nothing to do with trading. They build a war chest so deep that they could go 6 months without a winning trade and not feel it. The level 6 traders who don't survive, and there are many, are the ones who upgrade their lifestyle the moment their account crosses $2 million. They buy the house, they lease the Lambo, they book the charter, and then the market has a bad month, and suddenly they can't make the payment on a life they've built on the assumption that the market will always cooperate. It won't. It never does. Not forever. Level 7 is the rarest level. The level 7 trader has a net worth north of $5 million. They could retire tomorrow. They don't. Not because they need the money, but because trading has stopped being about money a long time ago. It's now a craft, a discipline, a daily meditation on probability, patience, and self-control. The level 7 trader has zero internet presence, no Twitter, no YouTube, no Discord, no course, no book. They don't teach, they don't preach, they just trade, quietly, for 2 to 4 hours a day. And then they go live their actual life, which has nothing to do with markets. This is the level every trader says they want, and almost none of them actually want. Because level 7 has no clout, no followers, no validation. It's just a person, a screen, and a system that works. The 1% who reach level 7 do so because they were never in it for the lifestyle. They were in it for the freedom. And freedom, it turns out, looks a lot like being unknown. So which level are you at? Be honest. Not the level you want to be at, the level you're actually at, based on the last 90 days of your trading. The answer to that question is the only thing standing between you and the next level. If this video helped you see your own journey more clearly, that's the whole point. The market will keep testing you. The levels will keep being hard, but the path is real and it works. And the people at the top are not smarter than you. They just stayed longer. Subscribe to the 5% Mind. Every week, we break down another layer of the trader's mind, the parts most channels won't touch because they're too busy selling you a course. The next video is about the moment most traders blow their first account. I'll see you there.